What if you could cheat and learn words, phrases, and grammar 2 times faster? You'll learn how to do just that with our exclusive PDF cheat sheets. But first, if you don't yet have access to our language learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. First, so what are cheat sheets? With our learning program, you learn the language with conversation-based lessons that you can just listen to or watch and get everything explained and start speaking those very same dialogues. And as a bonus, you also get PDF cheat sheets as supplementary material for the lessons. These cheat sheets cover must-know topics like weather, your hobbies, daily routine, and much more. There are over 30 cheat sheets inside, and you'll find them inside our program, so they're not available anywhere else. Inside each cheat sheet, you get the words, phrases, and sentence patterns related to the topic that you can quickly review whenever you have a minute or two. So that's how the cheat sheets work. Now, how can you learn faster with these cheat sheets? Just download a cheat sheet, print it, keep it nearby, and glance through as much as possible. Not for hours a day, but just a few minutes throughout the day. It's as simple as that. If you can follow these simple steps and do this daily, you'll actually learn faster. Faster than if you were to sit down and memorize for hours a day. You'll know all of the words and phrases in and out, simply because you've seen them enough times. Language learning is all about repeated exposure. The more you're exposed to the language, the better you'll remember it. And the cheat sheets give you that quick exposure to the words, phrases, and grammar patterns. You can always save the PDFs to your device, but having physical cheat sheets will speed up your progress. It's just easier to pick one up and glance through. Plus, you can write on them for extra practice. Otherwise, if you keep the PDFs on your device, chances are you'll barely use them and forget about them. How can you get access to our PDF cheat sheets? If you're a member, you already have access. If not, just click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get our learning program and these bonus cheat sheets. Once you've signed up and logged in, come back to the special PDF lessons page. The PDFs will now be available for instant download, and that's it. So, if you want to learn the language and get access to these learning tools and our learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account.
Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary, followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
I'm so happy that we'll be able to spend the night in Houston and then have all day off tomorrow.
Me too. I really need to rest. I think I'm coming down with something.
I have some meds in my bag if you need them.
Thanks, but I think I'll be fine. Some extra rest should be enough.
Well, we'll be landing in an hour. Then you can get something to eat.
Then I'm off to the hotel to sleep.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Spend.
Pay out money in buying.
Rest. To stop doing an activity.
Meds.
Abbreviation for medications.
Hotel. A building that provides lodging and meals to travelers. Happy. Filled with joy, joyful.
Extra.
More than usual.
Bag.
A container of flexible material with an opening at the top used for carrying things.
Something. Some unspecified thing.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
I'm so happy that we'll be able to spend the night in Houston and then have all day off tomorrow.
Me too. I really need to rest. I think I'm coming down with something.
I have some meds in my bag if you need them.
Thanks, but I think I'll be fine. Some extra rest should be enough.
Well, we'll be landing in an hour. Then you can get something to eat.
Then I'm off to the hotel to sleep.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson. Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Where are we going now?
Well, the next city on our route is Washington, D.C.
No. Where are we going now? Here in Houston. There's got to be something fun.
You know, David, I'm pretty tired. I think I'm just going to turn in.
What about Matthew?
Matthew is coming down with something, and Jessica is going to spend the evening Skyping with her husband.
Oh, okay. No problem. I'll just find something to do on my own.
Now you will hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Spend.
Pay out money in buying.
Problem. An obstacle, a source of distress, a negative issue.
Tired.
The state of being in need of sleep or rest.
Own.
Particular to the person mentioned.
Route.
A way or course taken in a journey.
Turn. To move in a particular direction.
Skyping.
The act of using the software program, Skype.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Where are we going now?
Well, the next city on our route is Washington, D.C.
No. Where are we going now? Here in Houston. There's got to be something fun.
You know, David, I'm pretty tired. I think I'm just going to turn in.
What about Matthew?
Matthew is coming down with something, and Jessica is going to spend the evening Skyping with her husband.
Oh, okay. No problem. I'll just find something to do on my own.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson. Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Have you ever landed in Chicago before?
No, this is the first company I've worked for that flies to Chicago.
Yeah, I worked for a company last year that serviced the Chicago area, but not Chicago. My mother still thinks that all major cities have all airlines available at all times.
Yeah, the airline industry is certainly a unique one.
Do you need a coffee?
I was just thinking about that. That would be great, thanks.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Available.
Not busy. Easy to get or use.
Crew.
A group of people who work on and operate some kind of ship.
Service. The work performed by a person or people who serve. Company. A group of people or things, a business group.
Major. Big. Very important.
Industry.
A group of businesses offering a particular service or product.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Have you ever landed in Chicago before?
No, this is the first company I've worked for that flies to Chicago.
Yeah, I worked for a company last year that serviced the Chicago area, but not Chicago. My mother still thinks that all major cities have all airlines available at all times.
Yeah, the airline industry is certainly a unique one.
Do you need a coffee?
I was just thinking about that. That would be great, thanks.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson. Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
So we'll only be in Los Angeles for about 45 minutes before we make our last and longest leg this month to New York.
Yeah, LA is another connecting flight. About half the passengers are getting on just for this leg.
I wish we could stay a bit longer. I have some friends living here that I haven't seen in years.
Don't worry about it. You'll probably stop in LA next month.
I hope so. I've always wanted to spend some time in LA.
Now you will hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Longest.
Having a distance or length greater than anything else.
Leg.
A section or stage of a journey or process.
Connecting.
Bringing together or into contact so that a link is established.
Half.
Either two equal or corresponding parts.
Passengers.
Travelers on a public or private trip that aren't the drivers.
Longer.
Having a distance or length greater than something else.
Living.
To be alive at a particular place.
Seen.
Something that has been perceived by the eyes.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
So we'll only be in Los Angeles for about 45 minutes before we make our last and longest leg this month to New York.
Yeah, LA is another connecting flight. About half the passengers are getting on just for this leg.
I wish we could stay a bit longer. I have some friends living here that I haven't seen in years.
Don't worry about it. You'll probably stop in LA next month.
I hope so. I've always wanted to spend some time in LA.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.
This is the ah sound. This is the sound. And this is the sound. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to tell them apart. Plus, you'll be practicing them and on your way to perfect pronunciation. I'm Alicia, and this is English pronunciation through minimal pairs. First is ah. This is the O sound in odd, caught, doctor, and other words. Next is This is the sound in other, cut, but, and other words. Is the sound in ago, about, allow, and other words. Ah and are both back vowels and so are pronounced in the back part of your mouth. Is a central vowel and so is pronounced in the central part of your mouth. To make the ah sound, part the lips and round them slightly. The jaw is relaxed. The tongue moves back in the mouth and flattens. Ah. 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 To make the sound, the lips and teeth separate and the jaw moves down. The tongue flattens and moves forward slightly. The tip of the tongue is near the base of the lower teeth. Ah. 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 To make the sound, the lips and tongue part slightly. The tongue remains relaxed as we release the sound. The throat is open. These sounds are quite similar, but when is pronounced, the tongue position is lower. Also, is a little bit more open than Listen to the difference and repeat after me. Ah, ah. Ah, ah, ah. Ah, 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 Listen and repeat, or speak along with me. Ready? Cut, cut. Cut, cut. Calm, come. Calm, come. Sung, song. Sung, song. Let's review. Respond to the prompts by speaking aloud. Then repeat after me, focusing on pronunciation. Do you remember the sound that's more open? And the more closed sound? And the vowel that's pronounced with the lower position of the tongue? Ah. Ah. Let's practice. Compare the sounds in these two words. Which word has the more open sound and which has the more closed sound? Other, allow, other, allow. Allow has the more closed sound and other has the more open sound. Let's try another. But, about. But, about. But has the more open sound and about has the more closed sound. Now compare the sounds in these two words. Which word has the sound that's pronounced with the lower tongue position and which has the sound? Caught, cut. Caught has the sound that's pronounced with the lower tongue position, and cut has the sound. Let's try one more. Calm, come. Calm has the ah sound that's pronounced with the lower tongue position, and come has the sound. Now listen to this sentence. Which words have the ah sound and which words have the sound? The cop ordered a cup of coffee. Now try to read the sentence out loud, focusing on the different sounds. The cop ordered a cup of coffee. Let's try one more. Which words have the ah sound and which words have the sound? He got a gut feeling. He got a gut feeling. Let's try another. Which words have the ah sound, the sound, and the sound? The child calmed down when he learned his mother was about to come. Now try to read the sentence out loud, focusing on the different sounds. The child calmed down when he learned his mother was about to come.
Hi everybody, my name is Alicia. In this video, I'm going to talk about 20 different ways to say goodbye. Let's get started. Okay, let's begin on this side. The first expression is see you later. See you later. You've probably heard see you later before. It's a very friendly, casual way to say, I expect to see you again, probably in the near future, I hope, or something like that. See you later. So we make this you sound short when we say this. Not see you later, but see you later. See you later. I included this part, alligator. This is kind of maybe confusing when you see it on the page, on the board like this. But an alligator is an animal. We use this set expression, see you later, alligator, as a friendly way to say goodbye. This alligator has no meaning in this expression. It just rhymes with this later. See you later, alligator. That has kind of a pleasant sound to it. So that's why you might sometimes hear people say, see you later, alligator. It sounds kind of friendly, maybe a little bit childish. You don't have to use this, but if someone does say, see you later, alligator, you don't have to have any specific reaction to it. You don't have to say something if you don't want to, but a very common response to this is after while crocodile. After while crocodile. So after a while, meaning after some period of time, and then we rhyme again with crocodile. So alligator in this one, crocodile in the other one. This comes from a very old a piece of music from around the 1950s or so, where this kind of rhyme is used. But again, it doesn't have a meaning other than just kind of sounding pleasant and rhyming. But if you hear this one, that's what it is. This alligator has no meaning. It just sounds nice. See you later, alligator. And then the response is after a while, crocodile, if you want. If you don't want to say that, that's fine. You can just say see you later in response to this. Okay, let's move on to the next one. The next one is peace out. Peace out. This is a super casual way to say goodbye. Peace out. So it's like saying, I am leaving in peace, right? So peace out. Out is like saying, I'm going out. So from this situation, I'm going out in peace. I'm leaving this in a peaceful way. So someone might use this peace sign as well when they say this, peace out. So that means I'm going, have a good day, I'm leaving peacefully. So you can hear this a lot in movies and in media and TV. It's used a lot in everyday situations too. Not informal situations, but this is a really, really commonly used one. Peace out. Okay, the next one is let's do this again soon. Let's do this again soon. Let's do this again soon is most commonly used at the end of an activity. For example, a date or maybe a fun day with friends or some other kind of activity that you do with other people. Sometimes it's in a group or sometimes it's just one-on-one. But this way of saying goodbye expresses you had a fun time with the other person and you want to do it again soon. Let's do this again soon. So this is a good way to say goodbye. You can sometimes say something like, this was really fun. Let's do this again soon. So this is a good way to say goodbye after a fun activity with someone else. Okay, next is have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. This one is a very common way to say goodbye. You can, of course, change weekend to another day, to a certain time period, whatever you like. Have a great night. Have a great day. Have a great Friday. Whatever you want to say. You can change weekend into another time period or another point in time. You can also change great into a different adjective. Have a good weekend or have an awesome weekend. Whatever you want to say. This is a very flexible expression and we use this typically when we don't expect to see the other person for another day or so or maybe after the weekend. So have a great weekend. Yeah. Okay. The next one here, later gator, later gator. So this is kind of like a review of this first one. Maybe you see this. Later gator is like the short version of this, later gator. In this one, we use gator, which is the short version of alligator. And if you're saying goodbye to more than one person, you can use gators. So in this way, we're kind of calling our friends or the other people alligators. Again, there's no meaning to alligator here. It just rhymes with later and it sounds very pleasant. So saying later gators is like a really, really casual, fun, friendly, a little bit silly way to say goodbye to someone you're close to. Later gators. You can use this in text. You can use this in group settings with your friends or your family members. Later gators. Okay, next one is catch you later. Catch you later. So catch you later is like saying see you later. This catch just sounds kind of like maybe we'll catch up again later, we'll talk again later, I'll catch you later, which kind of sounds like we'll meet again, our paths will cross again another time. Catch you later. This one is also very casual. We use this one with our friends and maybe with our coworkers as well. Yeah, catch you later. Okay. Great. Let's go to the middle column now. The middle column. The first one here is take it easy. Take it easy. At native speed, this sounds like take it easy. Take it easy. So that means take it in a relaxed manner, or in other words, behave in a relaxed manner. I hope that things are easy for you. So this take it doesn't mean physically taking something, right? This set expression, take it easy, just means be relaxed, be chill, so everything is cool. Take it easy. I hope your life is easy from now on. So take it easy as a goodbye phrase. It's very casual and very laid back and kind of cool. Take it easy. Okay, next, have a good one. Have a good one. This is very similar to have a great weekend, yeah? But here we see this one. Have a good one. Have a good one what? This have a good one is another set expression. Have a good one just means one of whatever. It's like it doesn't really have a set meaning. It's kind of like saying have a good day or have a good weekend. Have a good sort of vague time. So we're not specific about the time with this expression. Just have a good one means like whatever the next thing you're doing is, I hope it's good for you. Have a good one. Maybe that's a weekend or your Friday night or some task or activity, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Just, I hope it's good. Have a good one. So you can use this one if it's not important to you to express specifically a day or a time period. This is therefore a really good one to keep in mind. You can use it really quickly and easily. Hey, have a good one. Yeah, see you around. Okay, next is farewell. Farewell. I wanted to include farewell on this list because you may see this in media from time to time. farewell is a rather old-fashioned way to say goodbye. Today, in everyday English communication, we don't really use it very often. However, you may see this in movies that take place a long time ago. They might say farewell instead of goodbye. So this farewell, when we break this word down, fair means like to behave or to be in a condition of something. To fare well, so well means good. So farewell means from now, I hope that your condition is good. Farewell. So this was used as a common goodbye. Today it sounds quite formal, so we don't really use farewell unless we want to make a joke or we want to sound really, really formal or kind of old-fashioned in some way. But you may hear this in TV and in movies that take place in the past. So farewell means I hope that you are well after this. Goodbye. Okay, let's go to the next one. I'm out. I'm out. So I'm out. This is kind of similar to peace out, yeah? So this out refers to, again, leaving someplace. So I'm going out of this place. I'm going out of here. This I'm out, I am out means I am now, as of this moment, starting right now, I am not here. I'm out. So this is a super casual, kind of quick way to say goodbye. You're not really wishing something to the other person you're with. You're just making a statement. It's like a fact, a report. I'm out. And then you leave. So as you can imagine, this is a very, very casual expression. We don't use this at work so much unless we're very close to our coworkers. We use this with our friends and our family members, people that it's okay to just quickly leave from. So I'm out is very, very casual and it's fun to use. You can also use it in text, like to leave a conversation when you need to take care of something else. So I'm out is very, very casual and easy to use. Okay, the next one. I included a lot of variations here because there are lots of different ways we express this one. It's I gotta something. I gotta. So I've got gotta here. This is kind of how we pronounce got to. I've got to becomes I gotta. So I have got to means I have to. This is another way to express this. I have to do something. I gotta head out. Head out means leave. This is a very rough, casual way to say that. I gotta head out. Sorry, bye. I gotta head out. These all mean leave. All of these expressions mean leave. So this expression is used when we have some responsibility to leave. Maybe we have a meeting, an appointment, a flight to catch, I don't know. And we need to express, okay, now is the time. I have some responsibility to leave. I express that casually with I gotta something. So I gotta head out. This one up here, quite casual. I don't use this myself, but you might hear it. I gotta bounce. I gotta bounce. This is something that might be used by younger people. It sounds really like kind of rough and cool, kind of like you have a little bit of attitude about you maybe. I gotta bounce. So this is not something I use, but you may hear it from time to time. I gotta bounce. It also means I have to leave. Okay? Then I gotta run. I gotta run. I use this one. Run sounds like I need to go somewhere quickly. I gotta run. Sorry, I gotta run. So it doesn't mean I need to go jogging. It means I need to leave here quickly. I gotta run. Sorry. And the last one, I gotta get going. I gotta get going. So you might think, can I just say I gotta go? Yes, you can. I gotta go. Sorry, I gotta go. And you can use that as well. This one, I gotta get going. When we apply this get here, it sounds like I need to start the process of leaving. Yeah, I need to get going. So this is like me, this expression is me beginning that process. Sorry, I gotta get going. It's up to me to be somewhere else right now. So you can say I gotta get going or I gotta go. The difference is very, very small, but you can kind of express yourself a little bit more casually with get going. Sorry, I gotta get going. Okay? Let's go to the next one. The next one is talk soon. Talk soon. This is a great way to end like a quick text message conversation. I use this with some people in my network actually a lot. So talk soon is great for when you have a quick catch up. Maybe someone that you know on social media has posted something interesting and you write a short comment to respond to that. They might say, oh yeah, thanks, hope you're doing well. And you could say, yeah, I'm doing great, I hope you are too. Talk soon. talk soon. So you might notice talk soon, it doesn't actually mean I'm going to talk to you soon. This doesn't actually mean let's make a meeting or let's make a date or something like that. Talk soon is just like saying, yeah, let's keep this communication open. If someone actually does want to make an appointment with you, they will follow up. But talk soon is used just to mean, yeah, we have a good line of communication, things are open between us. Yeah, I'll talk to you again soon is the feeling here. There's not an actual plan. So talk soon is commonly used to finish these kind of quick catch-in or check-in conversations like this. Talk soon. Okay. Next is take care. Take care. We use this when we say goodbye to someone after like a house party or some kind of event, maybe where people needed to drive to us or they needed to drive to a location, or maybe they have some kind of journey. They have to go home by maybe public transportation, or maybe they have to take an airplane, something like that. We might say take care, or maybe travel safe in this case. So we want to express we hope the other person is careful as they get home or as they go to their next place. Take care. Or you might hear travel safe, as I just said too. So take care is like, it expresses like a wish for someone's well-being. Take care. Take care. Okay, let's move on to the last column. The last column starts with until next time. Until next time. Okay, so until next time is used at the end of maybe a group activity or some other kind of regular activity. For example, if you go to a hobby group once a week and the teacher at the hobby group says, okay, great, that's it for this class until next time. Or maybe they'll say, I see you next time as well. The key here though is this next time implies there's some expectation. There is going to be another event or there's going to be another activity. This until means I won't see you. I will not see you until the next time we do this. That's what this expression means. So goodbye for now, until next time. So that means I don't expect to see you until our next meeting. So you might also hear this shorter. This until might become till next time. You might hear that as well. So the key again, this one is used when there's some expectation, some kind of regular event. All right, the next one is get home safe. Get home safe. This is very similar to this one, take care, or the one I mentioned, travel safe. Travel safe. Get home safe is used when the other person has to go home after the event. So maybe at the end of a dinner party or at the end of like a time at a restaurant or out at a bar for drinks. You might say to your friends, get home safe, or maybe even text me when you get home. So get home safe means I hope that you are able to get back to your house safely, whether it's a car, public transportation, walking, whatever. It's just a wish for the other person's safety and well-being. All right, that was fun. Get home safe. That's what we might say. That was a fun night. Get home safe, okay? So this is how we might use this at the end of a day with our friends usually. We might also use this with our coworkers too. Okay, let's go to the next one. Keep in touch. Keep in touch. All right, so keep in touch. This is a friendly one that you can use at work. So especially if you are working on a project with people and maybe you're sharing updates a lot, or maybe you're working on a plan with someone. Keep in touch sounds a little bit like you're working on something together. So maybe you are working on something with your friends as well. It sounds a little bit like you're planning something with the other person. Keep in touch, yeah? So keep in touch means I want to receive updates from you about this, or I want to receive updates about this thing that you're doing. So there are some situations, there are some times when you might get this from someone you're not planning something from. It's just a friendly way of saying, let's keep our contact open, yeah? Let's keep in touch, let's keep in touch. So this is a good one that can kind of express you want to make sure to continue receiving updates from that person. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's catch up soon. Let's catch up soon. So I mentioned earlier this one, talk soon. How talk soon isn't always used to mean let's talk soon, like let's get together soon. However, let's catch up soon sometimes is used to mean let's get a coffee soon, or let's get a drink soon, or let's have a meeting soon. Let's catch up soon. This catch up refers to let's get together and exchange updates. Let's catch up soon. So this one might be used at like the end of a conversation with someone you haven't seen in a while. Maybe you don't have time to talk to them right now. Maybe you see them at the grocery store or you see them on social media. They have an interesting update and you say, oh, let's catch up soon. I haven't talked to you in a long time. So you can use this to kind of begin making a plan with someone. Like, let's catch up soon. You write to your friend on social media and they go, yeah, that would be great. Then you can follow up and say, do you want to get a coffee next week? Something like that. So this let's catch up soon is something that we typically use with someone we haven't seen for a while. If you use let's catch up soon to someone you saw yesterday, it sounds really strange because you saw them yesterday. What do you need to catch up about? Maybe they have a busy life. I don't know. But catch up soon, this one, is used for people you haven't seen for quite some time. But it's a good one that you can use to start the planning process. Okay, the next one, show's over. Show's over. This is something that is used kind of in a funny way by the host of an event. It can also be used in the entertainment business as well. Show's over is something that's used to mean the entertainment is over. So this shows means the show is. The show is over. So if you were at like a musical, the theater, an opera, an actual entertainment setting, at the end of the performance, we could say the show is over. So this over means finished. It's complete, it's done, let's go home. The show is over means the event or the activity has completed. This is often used in a kind of joking manner. If there's some kind of maybe event, especially an unexpected event in a party situation or maybe when you're out at a restaurant or at a bar, if there's something that happens that draws attention and then that thing concludes, you might say, show's over, show's over. So to give an example of this, maybe when you are at a house party, you're having some food and drinks and catching up with a bunch of your friends. Maybe there's a big scene, like your two friends get into an argument of some kind, like a playful argument. And at the end of the argument, they say, all right, show's over to everyone watching. To mean this show, it looks like a show, some kind of entertainment. They might say, oh, show's over, like go away. So that means we're done arguing. We're done with this situation. You can also use this, at the end of a party, if you are the host, to kind of jokingly say, everything is finished, please go home. So the kind of feeling with this one is it's time to leave. The show's over, please go home, please leave. But it's a kind of silly and fun way to express that. So you might hear this from time to time. Okay, let's go to the last two. The last two are in red because they're a little bit dangerous, yeah? So these are used to say goodbye in an unkind way. So if you use these directly with another person, you might offend that person or you might start a fight. So please be careful when you use these. And if you see them online, at least you'll know what they mean. And you might also hear these in media as well. The first one is bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. So this one comes from a movie, actually. It's in reference to a movie, a popular scene from a movie. And when we say bye, Felicia, we're saying goodbye to someone, or we're hoping that someone is going to go away that we don't want to talk to. So in this situation, Felicia in the movie is a person in the movie that is undesirable. Like we don't want to see that person or talk to that person at this time. So when we say bye, Felicia, to somebody now, it means I don't want to see you, or I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to deal with this, goodbye. So you say goodbye to that person, even though they're not leaving. You say this directly to them with the hope that they will go away. So the name never changes. It's always this. Bye, Felicia. So this is kind of a rude way to say, like, I want this person to go away, or I hope this person goes away, or I'm glad this person is going away. So when that person leaves, you could also say this to show that they were unwanted or undesired. So again, kind of a rude way to say goodbye, but you may hear it from time to time. Okay, the last one is a kind of old-fashioned expression, but you may see it here and there. It's good riddance. Good riddance. Good riddance means I'm glad we are rid of that thing. Yeah, so we might see this for like a certain undesirable situation. But if a person that we dislike is in a situation and they leave, someone might comment, good riddance. He was a very negative person today or something like that. That means it's good that person is gone. So we don't use this directly to the person. We don't say to the person that we dislike, yeah, good riddance. We might say this to another person in the group. So if there are 3 people in the group, for example, and one person we dislike, that person leaves, the 2 remaining people might say, oh, good riddance. Oh, he was in a bad mood today. Again, this is really, really formal. It's not such a commonly used expression. Actually, I shouldn't say that it's a formal expression. I should say that it's kind of old-fashioned. This is not a polite expression by any means, but it sounds a little bit old-fashioned. Another more casual way to say this might be, oh, I'm glad he's gone, or oh, I'm glad she's gone. So again, we don't say this directly to the other person. We say this to somebody who is still in the situation with us. This expresses that we are happy the other person has left. So please be very, very careful with these two. If you're not sure if it's okay to use them, then don't use them. Just use one of the other ways of saying goodbye. All right. So these are 20 different ways to say goodbye, and there are actually a lot more. So if you know some, or if you have created some other ones, you can leave them in the comments so that we can all get some fresh ideas. If you like this lesson, please, please, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Also, check us out at EnglishClass101.com for some other things that can help you with your English studies. Thanks very much for watching this lesson, and I will see you again soon. Bye! Hi everybody, welcome back to Top Words. My name is Alicia, and today we're going to be talking about 10 phrases for doing business successfully. Okay, before we start this video, a quick reminder that there are free PDF cheat sheets from the link below the video. Check the YouTube description to find this and more. This video is all about business-related topics, so I thought the Business English cheat sheet would be a perfect complement. You can find this from the link below the video. Check it out. Okay, let's get to the lesson. First is, thank you for meeting with us. Thank you for meeting with us. Thank you for meeting with us is a great kind of introductory greeting phrase you can use when you're about to start a meeting with a client, with a potential collaborator, and so on. Thank you for meeting with us expresses that you appreciate the other person or the other group has made time for you. It's a great way to start things off. Thank you for meeting with us. We're looking forward to the discussion. Okay, next is, here's my card. Here's my card. Here's my card is the phrase we use when we give someone our business card. You don't need to be especially polite about this in English. You just need to show that you are giving someone your card. You can be very, very straightforward and say, hey, my name is so-and-so. Here's my card. This is a great and very natural way to start a collaboration or to start a discussion in a business setting. For example, it's nice to meet you. Here's my card. Okay, the next expression is, we'll send you everything prior to the meeting. We'll send you everything prior to the meeting. This is an expression you can use when you're making plans for the meeting. This shows that you are taking responsibility to provide some materials like documents or data or so on before the meeting. So you're saying, we're going to give you everything you need to prepare for the meeting before the meeting. That's what prior means in this sentence. For example, we'll prepare all the documents. We'll send you everything prior to the meeting. Okay, next is, are there any questions we can answer? Are there any questions we can answer? This is a really great expression to use typically at the end of a presentation or perhaps at the end of a business meeting. This gives your client or your collaborator the opportunity to ask any questions they may have. Perhaps your meeting agenda didn't cover all the topics they wanted to discuss, so this is a great chance that you can give the other party to ask you some other things. For example, did you have a chance to review the documents we provided? Are there any questions we can answer? Okay, next is, perhaps we can find a way to compromise. Perhaps we can find a way to compromise. You can use this statement in a meeting or in a discussion setting where two sides have some ideas about a topic, but they can't quite agree 100% on something. You can agree to try to find a compromise, which means to try to find a solution that's between the two ideas. This is a very polite way to make this kind of suggestion, and it also shows you care about the other person or the other party's feelings and opinions, while also wanting to have consideration for your own. For example, if you'd like to make some changes, perhaps we can find a way to compromise. Okay, next is, I completely agree. I completely agree. This is a great expression to use in a meeting or discussion situation. It shows, of course, that you agree with the other person, but by adding completely, you're emphasizing your agreement. You're showing just how much you agree with the other person's idea or opinion or suggestion, whatever it is. So yes, of course, you can say, I agree. But if you say, I completely agree, you'll make the statement a lot stronger, and maybe they'll be happier to hear that. For example, that's a great point. I completely agree. Okay, next is, I'm afraid I have to disagree. I'm afraid I have to disagree. Okay, the opposite of agreeing with someone is disagreeing with someone, and doing it politely in a business setting is very important. In this expression, I'm afraid I have to disagree has two key components. I'm afraid and have to. This I'm afraid doesn't mean I'm scared at all. It's a polite way to soften a negative sounding expression. And then have to shows that maybe you don't want to disagree, but you feel it's your responsibility to do so. So this I'm afraid I have to disagree is like saying, I don't really want to and I feel a little bit negative about it, but my opinion doesn't match yours. For example, I understand, but I'm afraid I have to disagree. This is a really good way to show that you're not quite on the same page with another person, but to express it respectfully. Okay, next is, can we discuss this at our next meeting? Can we discuss this at our next meeting? This is a great expression to use if you are between meetings with your client or your collaborator. You can use this in an email, you can use it on a phone call, when you find something you want to talk about in more detail, but maybe you don't have the time at the moment or it's not the right setting. You can say, can we talk about this at the next meeting? And this shows that you have respect and consideration for the other person's ideas or opinions, but maybe you need to talk about it in a meeting setting. This is a great way to do it. For example, I think this is an important topic. Can we discuss this at our next meeting? Okay, the next expression is, thank you very much for your understanding. Thank you very much for your understanding. This is an excellent expression to use when something goes wrong. If you need to make a schedule change, or if something happens to documents you plan to prepare and there needs to be maybe a change or some kind of transformation, and things are not going quite according to plan, and you need to express that to the person you're working with, you can end your email or you can end your business meeting with this expression. Thank you for your understanding. So this is saying we really appreciate that you understand our situation and you're continuing to cooperate with us. For example, we apologize for the sudden change in scheduling. Thank you very much for your understanding. Keep in mind that we don't really use this phrase unless something goes wrong. So if you use this and there's no problem, it's going to sound unnatural. If you want to express thank you, just say thank you. We typically use this to express that we recognize that something has maybe not gone according to plan, and we want to show that we appreciate the other side's understanding. Okay, let's go to the next expression. Next is, we're happy to have the opportunity to work with you. We're happy to have the opportunity to work with you. This is a good expression to use perhaps after the first meeting with a new client or a new collaborator. You want to express that you're positive and that you feel this is a good opportunity for both sides. You can say, we're happy to have the opportunity to work with you. This would be kind of strange to use in the middle of a project. We would probably use it, like I said, at the beginning of a project or perhaps at the end of a project. If you want to use this at the end of a project, you can say something more kind of past tense centric. For example, we're very happy we had the opportunity to work with you. That might be a more natural choice. Here's another example. Thank you for your time today. We're happy to have the opportunity to work with you. All right, that brings us to the end of 10 phrases for doing business successfully. What did you think? You can let us know in the comments. And don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free PDF cheat sheets to learn even more useful English words and phrases. You can download them to any device or print them out. They're yours to keep, so click the link and get them for free. Thanks very much for watching this video, and I will see you again next time. Bye! Hi everybody, welcome back to Top Words. My name is Alicia, and in this video, we're going to talk about 10 phrases you can use to talk about education. Let's get started. Before we start this video, a quick reminder, if you check the link in the description of this video, you will find a bunch of free PDF cheat sheets. So if you want to download these and print them out, you can find a lot of different topics with vocabulary words, expressions, phrases, and so on that you can use to practice a lot of everyday topics. So this one's about occupations. We're talking about education in this video, so I thought this would be a nice one to check. But you can find a bunch of different ones, so if you have some time, take a moment and check that link to get these for free. Okay, with that said, let's get on with the video. Okay, the first word is education. Education. So, education refers to the process of gaining knowledge, the process of learning new things. So when we say education is important, it means getting new knowledge, learning new things in school or from your work environment. These kinds of knowledge gaining activities are very important. So when we talk about elementary school, high school, junior high school, college, we're talking about education. For example, it's important to get a good education. Okay, let's move on to our next expression. Next is elementary school. Elementary school. So, elementary school is a very long expression, but it sounds quite short in speech. We don't say elementary school generally. We say elementary school. So that tree at the end becomes quite short, not terry, but tree. Elementary school. So elementary school is kind of the first level of official schooling in the USA. So elementary school refers to from about the age of 5 to about the age of 10. It's usually about a 5-year period, and that's where kids start to learn to build their social skills. They start to learn how to read and write. So elementary school is the first level of schooling in the US. For example, I went to elementary school in the city where I was born. Okay, let's move on to our next expression. Next is junior high school. Junior high school. Okay, junior high school is the school level after elementary school. You might also hear junior high school called middle school. So depending on the location, some people call it junior high school or just junior high, and some people call it middle school. But junior high school comes after elementary school. Junior high school is generally from the ages of maybe 10 to 11 to maybe 13 or 14 or so, depending on the person. So in junior high school, the level of education moves up and we start to learn some other types of social skills. For example, junior high school is when we start moving to other classrooms for our lessons. So in this example sentence, we're talking about moving to other classrooms for lessons. Usually in elementary school, the students stay in one room and the teacher stays the same through the whole day. But generally, starting in junior high school or middle school, students start to move to different classrooms for their lessons and they start to see different teachers throughout the day. Okay, let's move on to the next expression. Next is high school. High school. Okay, so high school is the next level of education after junior high school or after middle school. High school is generally from the ages of about 14 years old to about 18 years old. So in high school, we have kind of the next level of education. We're starting to learn some skills that are related to our adult lives. So it's not just general education, but we start to learn some other things about what we're going to need to know in university, for example, or we start to explore our other interests a little bit more. For example, I have so many good memories of laughing with my friends in high school. So the high school period of someone's life is kind of really well known as being something that helps a person to understand their personality. We have lots and lots of interesting memories and experiences. This is kind of when our emotions start to be really strongly activated too. So people sometimes have like a heartbreak and really difficult experiences, or they have really good memories of like their sports teams or their athletic experiences. So high school for a lot of people is a time of life where they learn a lot about who they are as a person. And it's also a very, very popular setting for lots of TV shows. Okay, let's move on to our next expression. The next one is university. 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 So university is the next level of education past high school. So people can choose to go to university or they can choose not to go to university. So you might hear a couple different words used to talk about the level of education after high school. You might hear university and you might hear college. They're very similar, but the difference is in the types of courses offered and the level of courses offered. So a university offers the standard 4 years of education after high school. So if you want to get a bachelor's degree, you can get that at a university. A university also offers courses after that standard 4 years of courses. So if you want to get a master's degree or a PhD, which we'll talk about later, you can get those things at a university. They offer graduate level courses. Colleges, on the other hand, can offer those standard 4 years of higher education. You might also hear about types of schools called technical colleges or vocational colleges. These are schools that give education specific to a certain field or to a certain kind of specialty. So you might find 2-year courses, 3-year courses, 4-year courses, and so on. So both colleges and universities offer extra education past high school, but there are some differences. For example, have you decided which universities you want to apply to? Okay, the next word is research. Research. Okay, so research is very important at every level of education. When we're in junior high school, we start to do small science research projects, and in high school, these continue, and we start to learn how to read books and gather information and put our ideas together to come up with our own opinions and our own ideas. We continue doing this at the university level, and our projects get bigger and bigger. They can expand to entire research topics as well, like massive, massive new research topics as well. So research is a very important part of the educational experience. For example, I want to focus on my research topics next year. This is something that you might hear a graduate student say at a university, someone who isn't so focused on general education, but instead is focused on their specific field of work. They might talk about their research a lot. Okay, let's move on to our next expression. Next is undergraduate. Undergraduate. Okay, undergraduate refers to the first 4 years of college. So after high school, if someone decides to go to college or to university, they participate in what's called the undergraduate education program. So undergraduate means the first 4 years of university. So most people finish after 4 years of university, and some people choose to continue on into extra courses and to pursue different degrees. But undergraduate education refers to the continued general education studies at a university or at a college. So, for example, where did you do your undergraduate studies? This sentence is asking about where someone did their 4 years of university, their standard 4 years of university. Then maybe they changed universities to go to a different place to study something else after that. So undergraduate refers to those 4 initial years of higher education. Okay, let's go to the next expression. Next is graduate. Graduate. So this word, depending on the structure of the sentence, can be used in a couple different ways. I just talked about undergraduate. So undergraduate refers to those 4 years of education at the beginning of your college or university experience. Graduate education refers to your experiences and your education after that. So if you study at a college for 4 years and you receive your bachelor's degree, for example, then you might continue on to additional studies or additional research topics. That is called your graduate education. So we have this use of graduate. You may also also see graduate used as a verb, but the pronunciation is different. To graduate from a school or to graduate from a university or a college means to finish your studies there. So we can graduate from high school, we can graduate from university, we can graduate from college. It means to conclude your studies, you fulfilled all the requirements. So I wanted to mention these two uses of this word in this video. Graduate education, referring to very high-level education, and to graduate as a verb. So let's look at an example sentence that uses this in terms of your education, past undergraduate studies. She wants to go to graduate school right away. Okay, let's move on to our next expression. Next is bachelor's degree. Bachelor's degree. Okay, I've mentioned this word a couple times in this episode already, but a bachelor's degree is the degree you receive after you complete your undergraduate education. So after you finish those first 4 years of university or college, you can receive a bachelor's degree if you fulfill all of your school's requirements. A bachelor's degree is the most basic type of higher education recognition you can get. So your bachelor's degree takes usually about 4 years to obtain. For example, he got his bachelor's degree in 2015. Next is master's degree. Master's degree. Okay, so we have degree here as well in this word. A master's degree is the degree that comes after a bachelor's degree. So if you finish your 4 years of education at university and you decide to continue your studies more, you can obtain a master's degree. So depending on the university, depending on the college, it might take 2 or 3 more years to get your master's degree. So a master's degree shows a high level of mastery of the subject. For example, when are you going to finish your master's degree? So this means when are you going to conclude your next level after your bachelor's degree? Okay, great. That brings us to the end of 10 phrases for talking about your education. What did you think? You can let us know in the comments and let us know what other education-related expressions you like to use. Also, don't forget to click the link in the description to get those free PDF cheat sheets and learn even more useful English words and phrases. You can download them to any device or print them out and they are yours to keep. So click the link and get them for free. Thanks very much for watching this video and I will see you again in the next one. Bye! Hi everybody, welcome back to Know Your Verbs. My name is Alicia, and in this lesson we're going to talk about the verb cross. Let's get started. Let's start with the basic definition of the verb cross. To cross means to move from one side of something to the other. Some examples. Look both ways before you cross the street. Look at the ducks crossing the road. Now let's look at the conjugations for this verb. Present, cross, crosses. Past, crossed. Past participle, crossed. Progressive, crossing. Now let's talk about some additional meanings for this verb. The first additional meaning is to cause plants or animals to breed. These are animals or plants of the same species, but perhaps they are not typically bred together. Some examples. A Labrador crossed with a poodle creates a labradoodle. Some growers spend years crossing plants. So this use of cross refers to plants and animals that are usually not bred together. And when we're talking about animals especially, it's for animals that are of the same species. So this means just different types of dog, different breeds of dog, for example, are bred together to create different combinations, like in the example sentence of a labradoodle, which is a combination of the two dog types' names. With plant crossing, however, it's cross-breeding, as we could understand it, a slightly different word for it. It's putting together different kinds of plants to create different characteristics in new plants in the future. So to cross animals and to cross plants refers to joining different breeds together. The next additional meaning of cross is to make the sign of the cross. This is used in religious situations. Some examples. She crossed herself when she entered the church. The priest crosses each person who visits. This use of the verb cross is used in religious situations, particularly in the Christian religion and the other religions, the smaller parts of Christianity.
To cross, in this sense, means to make the shape of a cross, which is an important symbol in Christianity. This is done by using the hand or perhaps by using the finger as well. So this is an important symbol for Christianity, and it can be used in churches and in similar related meetings, gatherings, and so on. In the example sentence, we see this verb used reflexively. She crossed herself when she entered the church. That means she made a motion where she touched parts of her body to create a cross-like symbol. So we use the verb cross reflexively here. In the second example sentence, the priest crossed each person. It means the priest made the gesture of a cross or created a cross-like shape in the air toward each person. So cross doesn't actually mean like moving across anything here. When used in religious situations, it refers to drawing a shape in the air that's similar to a cross. The next variation is to cause someone to be angry or unhappy because you did not do what you promised. Some examples. Don't cross her, she won't forget it. Why did he cross us? So this use of cross is actually not so common in today's American English, but you might hear it from time to time. It's especially used in warnings, like in the first example sentence here. Don't cross her. It means like don't get on her bad side. Don't do anything that's going to make her angry because she won't forget it. So when you cross someone, it's like you make an agreement, you make a promise to do something, for example, but you don't actually do it, or you choose to do something different from what you agreed upon. So we use the verb cross to explain this sometimes. In the second example sentence, it's a question. Why did he cross us? In other words, why did he choose to do something different from what we agreed upon? And the speaker is probably unhappy or is upset about the situation. You might also hear the expression to double cross someone. This is sort of a variation here. To double cross someone is to like make two deals at the same time. So you make one agreement with one person, another agreement with a different person, and you benefit from the agreements. But probably one person or maybe both people are losing something because of your decision. So to double cross someone is typically regarded as a bad thing, or it's a negative thing. It's kind of evil, betrayal. Now let's move along to some variations with the word cross. The first variation is to cross one's arms or to cross one's legs. This means to fold your arms over each other or to do the same thing with your legs, crossing your legs like this when sitting. Some examples. She crossed her arms and shook her head. He hates crossing his legs. All right, so this is just a simple motion of putting one appendage, one like arm or leg, on top of the other one and folding them together into a comfortable position. Okay, now let's move on to the next variation. The next variation is to cross something or somebody off. This means to mark complete or unnecessary or no longer of interest, as on a list in particular. Some examples. Cross me off the guest list. I have to work and I can't come to your party. I'm crossing Paris off the list of vacation ideas. It's too expensive. So cross someone off or to cross something off is like to mark something complete or to remove something, often from a list. In the first example, it's a person. Cross me off your guest list means remove me from your guest list. The image here is physically drawing a line through someone's name or through words on a page. We use the expression to cross something off when we talk about making this motion in writing. So when we cross someone's name off of a list, we remove them or we mark them complete. If a person arrives to a party and you want to mark on your list that person has arrived or you don't need to worry about that anymore, you can cross someone off the list. Of course, in this case, it's a person's request to be removed from a list. Please cross me off your guest list means don't worry about me anymore. Like you don't need to think about me. In the second example sentence, it's about a vacation. So cross Paris off the list of vacation ideas. Like let's not think about it anymore. It's done. Let's move on. It's too expensive. So to cross something off means to mark it as complete or as unnecessary. We don't need to think about it. Okay, So I hope that you found a new way of using the verb cross. Of course, if you have questions, comments, or you know a different way of using this verb, please let us know in the comments of this video. If you liked the video too, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and check us out at EnglishClass101.com for some other good things that can help you as you study English. Thanks very much for watching this episode of Know Your Verbs, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Well, I'm crossing my arms. These are all very good examples. Okay, let's begin. Access your free language gifts right now before they expire. First, question. Do you know enough of the language to survive for 24 hours? If not, you'll want the 24-hour Survival Phrases PDF cheat sheet, your first gift of the month. Second, the Saying Thank You PDF writing worksheet. With this printable PDF, you'll pick up some common phrases for saying thank you and practice writing them out. Third, how to say what you're thankful for. What are you thankful for this Thanksgiving? Family, health, friends? You'll be able to say it in your target language with this 1-minute lesson. Fourth, must know online shopping vocabulary. Planning on doing some shopping on Black Friday? You'll want to be able to talk about it in your target language. With this 1-minute lesson, you'll learn words like sale, add to cart, and much more. And fifth, want an app that teaches you the language through real conversations? Download Innovative Language Learning for free for the Android, iPhone, and iPad. You'll unlock bite-sized lessons that teach you basic, everyday conversations between native speakers, and you'll start speaking in minutes. To get your gifts and language learning resources, click the link in the description below. Download them right now before they expire. Great work! Here's a reward. Speed up your language learning with our PDF lessons. Get all of our best PDF cheat sheets and ebooks for free. Just click the link in the description.